Previously on Royal Princess, we arrived in Fiji, and we've been exploring the island of Viti Levu, visiting the port cities of Lautoka and Suva, the capital city. But now we've sailed on to another island.
It's another day in Fiji today, and we're heading off to Dravuni Island, which is the one behind me. Going to be catching the water shuttle shortly, so come along, see what I get up to.
A new day in Fiji, and I've woken up to drizzly rain and grey cloud. That's not a promising start.
We're out to anchor today, so I'm not actually 100% sure which Dravuni Island is. No tours or anything today, it's meant to be a beach day. I don't think that's going to happen, is it? It's brightened up, so the rain has gone. That looks more like a beach island, doesn't it then? So that's Dravuni Island. And that beach is Vanakula, according to Google Maps. Looks pretty, doesn't it? Last day ashore, so I thought I'd get another cooked breakfast because they have been keeping me going, and they are very good. So one thing I like about the buffet breakfast is it's open until 11:30, so you don't have to rush. You can come up, unless you're on tour and stuff, take your time. No real rush to get on the island today, the weather's perked up, so I am going to go over there to Dravuni Island and enjoy that. But I'm finish my cup of tea first. Really quite chilled today. It's going to be a lovely day. So I've realised there's two bits to the buffet. There's Horizon Court and the Horizon Bistro, which is this one. So the light and airy one. I think this one's open just as much. Horizon Court's the one I've been eating in mostly. We're on tender boats today to take us over to Dravuni Island. It's meant to be a beach day and the weather has warmed up. And although this is Dravuni Island, there are lots of little islands around as well. According to Google Maps, the beach is called Vanakula Beach, so I'm assuming that's Vanakula. Hello from Dravuni Island in Fiji. We moved to a new island today. This is meant to be a beach day, so it was a bit of a scare this morning because it was raining when we woke up, but 11 o'clock the sky's clearing up, it's lovely and warm, the water's drying up on the deck, so I'm ready to go and explore the beach. And this is going to be an exciting one for me because Dravuni Island will be the furthest east on planet Earth that I have ever set foot. So it's a nice little milestone for the day. It's extending my border of the world. You can just see in the background the water shuttle there heading over to the island, so I need to go and get one of those. I'm going to try my elite status priority water shuttle ticket, see if that actually helps. So although they seem to be calling them fairly regularly, so I don't think there's much of a problem, but we'll go and see. So time to go and explore. Well, the hot tub's closed this morning, but the pool's still open and the other ones are alright. Look at the big screen under the stars. Plenty of sunbeds. Most people are going to go ashore, I guess. Now the weather's perked up, definitely worth it. And if you've been enjoying all my adventures in Australia and Fiji, make sure you like and subscribe to the video, then you don't miss any more adventures that are up and coming. Dravuni Island itinerary. They've added a few extra things on today because I think a lot of people are staying on the ship with the weather being a bit strange. So the weather is much improved since I woke up this morning. I've been glad I've stayed in bed and had a leisurely breakfast, to be honest. And the water shuttles have just come in there. They're bing bonging quite regularly. I've got my bag packed and ready. And today there is a water shuttle service for Dravuni Island, so you either go and collect a ticket and then you just wait for your number to be called. Because I've got elite status,
which is really good. I get to go to the double down bar on deck 6. I think I might have found it in the casino last night. So I'm going to go and check that out. So if nothing else, I'm exploring somewhere new. And we'll see what I get for my priority water shuttle. You know, if you've got a perk, use it. That's what they're here for. So this is just off the side of the casino. We get into the casino, there's slots and machines there. There's more slots and machines. And up the front, you also have the TV. It's Melbourne Cup Day today, so they are going to be showing the Melbourne Cup later on, apparently. I think this is a double down bar, although there don't seem to be any people. Curious. You like your horse racing? Happens to be on. They're showing it on the ship. I was in the right place. It's just the lady who was doing it wasn't here at the time. So there you go. Get a ticket. I can go straight down to deck 4 forward.
For this one, there was no queue jumping. We had our own special boat. And this time I remembered to pick up a beach towel to take ashore with me. When we arrived, the water was so clear it created a really weird optical illusion. It made it look like all the boats were flying over the water.
So the floating pontoon for us to get onto the boats back to the ship. Here I am on Dravuni Island. Oh, this ship there, boat that's just brought us over. The Royal Princess in the distance. And the little islands, and look at these palm trees.
So I've made it to Dravuni Island in Fiji. This is the furthest east I've ever been on planet Earth. I'm looking out at the water. The water is so beautiful and blue. Oh, it's unbelievable. And then you've got all the palm trees all on the beach. Golden sands, very reminiscent of Mystery Island the other day in Vanuatu. This is what I thought Fiji was going to look like. Tropical paradise. Just look how ridiculously blue that water is. The boats look like they're flying. It's so clear as the water. Before I hit the beach, I'm going to go and look at all these shops and stalls and souvenir places. Let's see what the island's got.
The map of the island pointed out where the beaches were and also highlighted some walking trails you could do.
Watch out for falling coconuts. They have the Princess Space Station, you can get your water, you need it. And then there's little stalls around, there is a medical place. You can get your food, souvenirs, they're offering massages again everywhere. Unlike Mystery Island, people actually do live on Dravuni Island. So you've got the Dravuni Primary School here, where all the kids come. I love it when the cruise ships come in. Get yourself a fresh coconut. Lots of Fijian cloth. Looks like people just open their homes up, turn them into little shops for the tourists to come. There's little huts and houses and stalls to one by palm trees. You're not going to be looking up watching a coconut drop on your head, I can tell you.
One of the trails runs through the village, with people's houses and little bits of farmland on one side, and on the other the beach, where people have set up stalls for things like massages and all those little souvenir shops.
You can just follow the trail into, I don't know what you call it, is it rainforest maybe? Don't know. It's a small island, so you're not going to get lost. I wasn't really thinking I was coming for a walk because that beach just looks just beautiful. The state of that, absolutely gorgeous. But these trails are going on and on, so I'm just following them because the view is quite beautiful here as well. You get old palm trees. That sky looks a bit white in the videos, but there's plenty of blue. Yeah, you can just keep walking along these little trails. And this trail's just going uphill now. So I'm getting higher up. So I'm getting up above treetop level. When you turn, it's all the way up there. There are people climbing all the way to the top. Feels like I should do, shouldn't I? See the ship there in the distance. I'm going to do it. I'm going to climb up the hill. Up all these beautiful views. Might as well go and see if I can see it from the top of the mountain. The paths are really flat and easy actually. It's not that strange. I am doing mountain climbing in flip-flops. There you go. Look at that view. How beautiful. Right, I'm getting there, just going up the hill with this beautiful view behind me. Can you see that? Butterfly. Oh, just a little bunch of steps, and there's even more. But I'm seeing people of all ages doing this, so I'm pretty sure if they can do it, I can. It's starting to rain again up here. Doesn't look too bad over there. So there's a whole bunch of steps there to get to the top. But even just spinning around now, you can see the whole of the island there. Just spin around. And the ship in the distance. This is going to be worth the climb. I'm only halfway up. The sea now. How blue that is. I've come all that far. Absolutely shattered. Made it as far as you can walk to the top of Dravuni Island. So I've made it to the top of Dravuni Island. The weather's just about coming in, but that's alright. I was up here to see it in the sunshine, and it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You can pay for boat rides out there. Look at the water. I've got my boat waiting for me over there. Of course, having climbed to the top, I had these wonderful views. And I got to walk all the way down there again. That's all the way down there. But I think it's going to be worth the walk. Oh, it's such a shame the rain's coming in. But having said that, it changes the look of the greenery and stuff. And actually, it feels a bit like amazing these windswept paradises. So I think I'm getting a little taster of what it's like without the hurricane or a cyclone. But anyway, it's a bit wet. I have got my brolly in my bag, but it's a bit too windy up here. So the brolly will come out a bit later on. I'm going to keep going. What an absolute gem of a day, even if it's raining. Last day on land in Fiji. I'll be heading back to the ship later on. Hopefully this will dry up and I can stay on the beach for a bit longer. Actually, it's only about 1:15. I've not been off the ship more than an hour. So maybe an hour and a half. So that's not a long walk. I came prepared with my little brolly, so it's a good job it's raining. It's making the paths a little bit slippier now because they are a bit muddy, but yeah, that wasn't too bad a walk. There's still people going up there in the rain, so hopefully these showers are quite quick and disappear fairly quickly. I think one came in and out while I was up the top there, so anyway, I'm having a leisurely walk down to the bottom and try not to slip, so we'll keep on with it. I came prepared with my folding brolly because when I saw the weather this morning, I thought better I'd do. So it's not always glorious sunshine in the South Pacific, just to be warned. Little pigs are out. Then people are out on the beach. Obviously, if you're swimming, it's not a big deal, but there are some making camp under the trees as well at the minute, keeping out the rain. Pay $10, not sure whether that's 10 Aussie dollars or US dollars, but anyway, it was $10 or maybe even Fijian dollars. I think it was the touristy ones.
Anyway, you can pay to go for a boat trip and have a ride on these crystal clear waters. Just a shame that the haze is back in, but I'm glad I got up and out when I did, so there you go, take advantage of the weather when you can. I'm guessing because of the rain, there's a huge queue for the boats back to the ship, but I'm going to stand the island because I can. So it looks like there's a medical evacuation going on, so I'm not going to film that, but they've flown a helicopter out to Dravuni Island. Presume they're going to the mainland. That, my friends, is why you always pay for travel insurance, because if you need a helicopter evacuation, they will do it. Could you imagine paying for that yourself?
A stone's throw from the centre of town in the other direction, you've got a few houses on one side, and then on the other you've got another beach.
There seems to be another trail heading that way, but bear in mind the last trail I went on took me up a mountain in my flip-flops, which I wasn't expecting. I'm not going to do that. I am going to go and do the thing that I really love doing, have a paddle in the sea. And I can say I've dipped my toes in the South Pacific in Fiji. What a beautiful, beautiful place, even in the rain. I'm on the beach in the rain. Couldn't think of a nicer place to do it. I'm a bit with rocks here, so it's not really a paddling kind of point. Although there are people in the sea there, but I think I'll just head around and see if I can find a more sandy beach bit that runs into the sea. I'm going to head up there, way over in the distance, and see if I can walk the beach a bit more. Found a little spot to have a paddle. Look how clear that water is there. See right down to the bottom of it. Sand's the sort that you kind of put your foot on and you sink into it. You have to be careful because it drops off quite quickly. Unfortunately, it's not the sort of beach that you can just walk along because of all the rocks. So I'm going to head further up along the beach, see if I can find somewhere that's a bit better for walking. And doesn't feel like quicksand. But yeah. Even in the rain, this is beautiful. And of course, if I was at home, it would be cold rain in England, whereas it's warm rain here. People have joined a huge queue to get back on the boats, because obviously the boats will run back and forwards. The queue to get back is absolutely massive, probably because it's raining. But it's like, if you're going to stand on an island for an hour, you might as well stand on a beach, not in a queue. I'm not that British. Oh, there you go. So you could do boat ride around the island for $10. Now whether that's 10 Australian dollars, 10 US dollars or 10 Fijian dollars is up to you. Or maybe up to them. Depends what they can get away with, I guess. Past a lump of coral on the beach there. You're not allowed to take it home, or shells. Or a shell there. Yeah, leave them where they are. But it's nice to see. I found a nice stretch beach where you can just walk along, paddling the edge of the tide. Look out over at the ships. Absolutely gorgeous. Working off a few of those beers and that cooked breakfast from this morning. Well, I've walked the length of the beach. I've had a nice little paddle. The rain's coming back in yet again. So I think this time I might turn around, get a boat back to the ship. It's getting on for 3 o'clock-ish. I've had plenty of time here. And last boat back's 5, so I've still plenty of time until I have to officially get back on board. But I think it looks like this rain might be settling in for a bit longer. So we'll head back. It's warm rain. I'm not even bothered. The brolly's not even out on the beach. It's like, I'm wet anyway. What's the point? You see the coconuts in the trees there, just on the beach. Coconut trees. And then you get scruffy people who, for goodness sake, just take your rubbish home with you. We're an island paradise. Beautiful. Raining. It's raining. Still a blue sea. Still palm trees. Still happy. Still smiling. Still a big queue for the boats. Yeah. Dravuni Island, absolutely lovely. Fiji has been marvellous. Back to sea for 4 days now. Back to Australia. We're leaving Fiji for the last time later on. So if you remember, this was all one queue last time we came this way. Now, back of the ship, no queue at all. So there you go, walk on the beach, don't stand in a queue. Right, Dravuni, you've entered legend. You're my furthest east in the world. Probably for a while yet, so keep that record. I've loved it here today. So made a little place in my heart. Like the whole of Fiji and Vanuatu in fairness. I'm going to be coming back to the South Pacific, that's for sure. I got back on board at 3 o'clock, so I picked up a ham sandwich and a mango cheesecake from the International Cafe. I've ordered a room service brew as well because I just needed warming up after being that wet. Well, the weather is coming back nice again, that view's good, so I think we'll get the doors open. Yeah, that's looking very nice now. So my brew's arrived. Room service is very good, but that's taken an hour from ordering to get here, so literally an exact hour. Anyway, it's still nice to be able to do. And actually, the brews are in the drinks package, so you know, the drinks package isn't all about alcohol. Feel the ship vibrating as we start moving now. You can see Dravuni Island in all its glory there. That's the mountain that I climbed. How splendid's that? As we're turning around there, see some more islands. That's the little archipelago I saw from the top. Funny how they look different from different angles. Goodbye Fiji, it's been wonderful. Nice to hear the love boat horn there. Now these islands are opening up as we sail past them. We've got 2,000, just shy of 2,000 actual land miles. I forget the number in nautical miles, it's less than that, to get to Sydney. We're going to be travelling at the equivalent of about 18 miles an hour for the next 4 days. So it's quite a leisurely pace. And there we go. Now we're sailing away back to Australia. Heading into the sunset there. Thai spring rolls, and you get 2, which is unusually good. So, oh, it's good, it smells good. Yeah, cordon bleu. And this is not what I was expecting. Chicken cordon bleu looks absolutely delicious. I've gone for some different because it's got mash and veg instead of chips, so that's always good. Cranberry souffle, it smells good, and she's just poured loads of custard into it. I've got these cards, so I don't know what we have to do here, there you go. So these are our voting cards, are our 3 panel people.
The aim of the game show is to work out who's telling the truth. Then it was off to the Princess Theatre for the show, before party time in the piazza. Next time, I enjoy my last 4 days at sea on Royal Princess as we head back to Sydney, Australia.